CDK Stone. We're excited to be here today with Cassie from Cassandra Walker Studio.
Thank you, Nathan.
Now, before we take a look around this exciting project, can you tell us a little bit more about the studio?
Yeah, so we are a small boutique studio. There's 3 of us working there, and we love high-end residential design work. So anything from existing heritage buildings and renovations and extensions right through to brand new builds, and yeah.
That's great. So Cassie, we're standing here in this marvellous Malvern creation. You were the brains behind the interiors. Can you tell us a little bit more about the project?
Yeah, so the original home is a beautiful Edwardian home with gorgeous features, beautiful fretwork through the entry. Yeah, lots of beautiful characteristics throughout. So
fantastic.
Yeah.
So you've kept the front of the home and you've built to the rear. Can you talk us through the process from start to finish?
Yeah, so we came in and replanned the front of the home just to make sure it was practical and functional for the family to occupy and use the spaces day to day. And then the extension needed to be really light-filled and luxurious and practical.
So we're standing in the new build, the new area at the back of the home. Can you walk us through what this space looks like?
Yeah, so we very much picked up on the original details from the Edwardian era of the home. So there's this gorgeous fretwork in the entry. That was very much our inspiration for through this back area of the home. It's very much a modern kind of box extension, almost you'd call it. So we really needed to soften that and introduce some details and heritage characters.
Which you've definitely done, because I see throughout the entire joinery package, you've included all those amazing radius curves, similar to what we see behind us in the steel door frames.
Yeah. So it's definitely a story. So a kind of a marriage between the old and the new, and amalgamating the 2 styles.
You've used Bianco Carrara extensively through the home, through kitchen, butler's pantry, living room joinery, and through the front fireplaces. Can you tell us the reason why you selected Bianco Carrara?
Yeah, I think it's a really beautiful, timeless material. It's got a really soft vein through it. The undertone that the stone has is really lovely and warm, but it works with really any palette. So it was quite a neutral, kind of safe option to work with the design palette.
And at what point did you select the stone for the project? Was it at the beginning, middle, end?
Midway. So I really like to have our kind of design intent nutted out first and worked through. And then I love to be able to take our clients out to your selection centre and they can walk through and see and fall in love with a piece of material, because it's very much like a piece of artwork.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember the day that you did bring the clients out, there was this one block of material that was coming out of the container. We hadn't even unpacked it, which is what we see here in front of us.
It is, yes.
And it was love at first sight. So yeah, it was just meant to be.
Absolutely.
So Cassie, how do you ensure your design vision comes to life?
Yeah, so collaboration is key. Collaborating with our trades, the clients, and making sure we're all on the same page and have ideally the same vision.
Great. And so I'm assuming you worked hand in hand with the stonemason to ensure this here, what we see today, come to life? Yeah,
definitely. So MSM Stone were wonderful to work with. They very much appreciated the detail that went into our drawing package and really sampled, essentially. They did some great sampling of our profiles, and we really discussed how they were going to finish the work.
For sure, definitely masters of their craft. Can you talk us through some of these amazing details we see in front of us? This amazing double lamb's tongue edging to the island bench. How did that come to life? What was the idea behind it?
So the idea behind that was more or less kind of marrying that original heritage side of things with the modern contemporary extension. So we've got the contrasting square profile edge to the rear, and then this beautiful soft kind of double profiled edge to the island bench, which was quite a unique kind of result really, because we've got this single kind of curved section with that double lamb's tongue profile. So you've got not only the lamb's tongue profile to the top, but also the underside.
Yeah, absolutely. We were lucky enough to come here on the first instance whilst the stone was being installed, which is incredible to watch.
The installation of this bench was just incredible. There were 8 guys that came in carrying it. It was huge, heavy. It was actually a little bit frightening, because this hand-selected slab for this island that we did in your warehouse was being carried in, and it was pretty amazing to see.
And how long did the install take from start to finish for the stone guys?
So all up, I would have said 3 to 4 months, but not every day on site, obviously.
Can you talk us through some of the challenges that both yourself, the builder, the stonemason face throughout the build. I believe you started building throughout COVID.
Yep. So COVID, it was kind of mid-COVID really. So we were able to have a few meetings here and there with the clients. There were a lot of lengthy delays and things, so we really needed to make sure that we had our selections made up front just to allow the time to have everything delivered and in really.
Have you got any recommendations out there, Cassie, for anyone that might be building, planning to build, renovate? What's your, like, say, number 1 or 2, 3 things that you could provide to them to sort of aid them in their journey?
So trust the expert, I would definitely say, is up there, and then planning ahead of time, not making decisions on the fly, making sure that decisions are made with I suppose the following consequences or the design outcome in mind.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So I know in this case you selected the stone for this project 12 months in advance of it being installed, which I'm assuming is part of your planning process, you would agree?
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, the more we can select up front, the better.
Cassie, you've done an amazing job in delivering the home to where it is today. Thank you so much to yourself and the client for having us here.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity and supplying this beautiful product.